Hi everyone, welcome to PYF, Presha Yoga Fit, and I am Presha. It's the holiday season and we tend to consume a lot of food, a lot of junk food, sweets, and this yoga practice is a tool to support your digestive system and your gut health. So let's roll out the mat and let's get started. Let's begin the practice with tabletop position. So hands under the shoulders and knees under the hips. Let's spread into those fingertips. Keep the spine long, draw your belly button in towards the spine. With an inhale, we'll reach and extend the right arm up. And exhale, threading the needle, take the right arm through this window that has been created with the left leg and your left arm. Right shoulder comes down, right side of your head comes down. That left hand can stay here or it can reach forward. You can be with your palm down, you can come onto your fingertips, whatever makes you feel comfortable. Now, we do have the tendency in this thread the needle pose to shift with the hips to the left. So let's get those hips back to center, let them stack above the knees. And we'll stay here for a couple of breaths. Now with the next breath in, let's bring the left hand back to center and back with the right hand under the right shoulder. Switching sides with an inhale, reaching in left arm all the way up, and exhale, threading the needle on this side, left side of your head down, left shoulder down, and that right hand can reach forward. Again, let's make sure the hips come back to center, stacking above the knees. Again, we are holding for a couple of breaths here. With the next breath in, coming back into all fours, nice and long in the spine. With an inhale, let's arch the back and tailbone lifts up. Let the chest go forward. And exhale, press into the mat, round the spine. Inhale, arch the back, tailbone lifts, dropping the belly, chest goes forward. And again, exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Press into the mat. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Now we are going to slowly lift the knees and the hips up. Drive the hips up. Come into our first downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet here a few times so that we can stretch the backs of the legs. Press into the mat with the knuckle and the finger pads actively. Feel free to sway the hips from side to side a few times. And also maybe you want to shake your head a few times. Yes, no. Then normalize your downward facing dog, trying to reach the heels down, but if they are not touching the mat, that's okay. You can always keep your knees slightly bent. Keep driving those hips up and keep the spine nice and long. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale, let it go. Now we are going to reach the right leg all the way up and exhale, step the right foot forward between your hands but closer to your right thumb. With the left knee, bring it down on the mat. Come onto your fingertips to lift the chest up. Inhale, reach your both arms up come into low lunge. Now with an exhale, we bring the hands to the heart center and we're going to twist to the right side. So bring that left elbow, twist to the right, and then bring the left elbow outside of your right thigh. Keep the torso nice and long and spin the right shoulder back. Coming into a revolved twisted lunge, and you can stay here with that back knee down. We also do have the option to lift that left knee up, pressing the backs of your thighs up. We are holding here for a few more breaths. Again, you always do have the option to bring that back knee down. With an exhale, let's look down. Bring both your hands down onto the mat. Step that right foot back into downward facing dog. Big inhale in downward dog. Through the nose, open the mouth, exhale, let it go. With the next inhale, reach and extend your left leg up. And exhale, just as before, you're going to step your left foot forward between the thumbs, closer to your left thumb, bringing the right knee down. Come onto your fingertips to lift the chest up first. Then inhale, reach your arms up. Good. Inhale, stay here. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart center and start to twist to the left. Just as we did on the other side, we're going to bring that right elbow outside of the left thigh. We'll keep the long torso. We will spin the left shoulder back. Again, we can keep that back knee, right knee down on the mat, or we start to lift it up. And with an exhale, look down, bring both your hands down, step that left foot back, come back in downward facing dog. Big inhale through the nose, open the mouth, let it go. Now exhale, we're going to bring both those knees down, untuck the toes and sit with the hips on the heels. Now with both your hands, close your hands and make a fist. So like this. Make a fist, and once you've made a fist, you're going to place your hands on your belly. So right on the sides of your belly button, just place your hands here. Just slightly touch with your hands or that fist, those knuckles, touch the belly. Take a big inhale, keep that extension in the spine. With an exhale, start to hinge forward and then bring your forehead down onto the mat and let those hands press between the belly and the thighs. With a breath in, we are going to lift the head up. And now we are going to come to this facing the length of the mat. So let's come this way. Place your hands down on the shoulders and take those knees wide as you can. With your ankles, just align your ankles with your knees. Dropping the hips down as much as you can. Now, you can stay here with your hands under your shoulders or bring your elbows and forearms down. Interlace your fingers. And we're just going to go shift forward and back a few times here. And at some point of time, you will feel there's going to be a stretch that you would feel, a deeper stretch that you would feel. So wherever you feel that stretch, just hold there for a few seconds. And then let's come back with those hands under the shoulders if you were with me with your forearms down. And carefully bring the knees in. Come back to facing the top of the mat. And then come back into downward facing dog. Take your time. We're not rushing through this. So does not need to be the most beautiful transition. You just come back into downward dog whenever you're ready. Big breath in, downward dog, and with an exhale, we're going to step that right foot outside of the right hand and step the left foot outside of the left hand. We'll come into a deep squat, Malasana. Bring those hands to your heart center and let those elbows push the inner thighs out, lift the chest up. Keep your spine long. And let's take a couple of breaths in Yogi Squat or Malasana. Now let's take an exhale, bring those hands down, back on the mat, step back into downward facing dog. We're going to be here briefly, so big inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale, let it go. Now let's bring those knees down. You can cross your right ankle over the left and come into a seat, walking your hands back, or you can just simply come into a seat however you want to. Now let's extend the left leg, bend into the right knee, and cross the right foot over the left knee. Now with that left leg, you can either keep that left leg extended as you can see here. You can also bend into your left knee and come into the form of Gaumukha Asana, so cow facing pose. But if you feel this is too much and you want to modify this shape, then you can obviously go back with extending that left leg forward. So here or here, make sure both your sitting bones are in contact with your mat. Lift the chest up, take your right hand behind you. Inhale, reach and extend that left arm up. And exhale, bring the left hand, bend into the elbow, take it across, take that left arm across the body and place the elbow on the outside of your right thigh and come into a twist. Keep the spine nice and long. Inhale to lengthen the spine and exhale to twist a little bit more. And then let's come back to center and we'll switch sides for the same twist. So placing the left foot and framing it across the right knee. That right leg can be either extended forward or you can bend into the knee. Just make sure both your sitting bones are down. Your one sitting bone is not lifted up, so you just want to ensure that. And then spine to be long first. Let's take the left hand back. Inhale, reach the right arm up. First, find extension in the body. Then exhale, bend into your elbow and come into a twist. Keep pressing down into the mat with that big left foot toe. And then let's come back to center. We are going to extend and reach both the legs out long. Go all the way down onto the mat. We'll bend into the knees and bring the knees closer to the chest. Wrap the arms around the shins. Just rock from side to side a few times. Give a gentle massage to your back. And then let's come back to center and lift the forehead and try and bring your forehead closer to your knees. So squeeze and hold and round your body completely. And with an exhale, slowly bring the back of the head down. Extend and reach both your legs out. Arms out, palms facing up. Close your eyes. This is the last bit of practice. Arriving in Shavasana. Shavasana is how we conclude most of the yoga practices. It's a great way to integrate all of that you've done by movement in the practice, whether it was a powerful vinyasa yoga flow or gentle restorative yoga flow or an intentional yoga practice like today. For all of the above, Shavasana is extremely important. So even if you do get time to be still for a few seconds, I would invite you to take this time to cultivate stillness in body, in mind, through this wonderful posture, Shavasana. As always, you're most welcome to just be here for as long as you want to. And if you're ready to go out of the shape, then bring in some movement in the body, wiggling toes and the fingers. Roll out your wrists and your ankles in one direction, another direction. Extend and reach your arms above the head and take a nice big stretch. And then just turn to one side, pause there for a few seconds without rushing into a seated pose. And then let's take the time to press into the mat, floor, and bring ourselves up into a seat. Let's conclude the practice with hands to heart center, gratitude for showing up on the mat and finding time for self-care. As always, we honor the self, this body, and we honor the practice. Thank you, everyone, for being with me in this practice, and I'm so grateful that you are a part of this community. I will see you in the next video soon. Till then, take care. Bye.